Baby, you give me ice and fire.
Hey ladies and legacy builders, welcome back to Tasha Mind Your Money. My name is Tasha and I am a mom on a mission to budget smart, save boldly, and share with you our progress one small step at a time. This is a simple budget calendar for November. My budget starts on November 2nd, will end on November 29th, and if you're new here, I track from Sunday to Saturday. So we have 2 birthdays in the month, my birthday, my mother-in-law's birthday. All of the bills I tried to remember. I think I got everything. Credit card, cell phone, gas, heat bill, car insurance, internet. There's a toll bill we have to pay this week. And Kohl's I have to pay this week, my Kohl's credit card. I'm going to pay Geico every single week. So I just put that here because I don't want to forget that I should be making a payment every week. Instead of making one huge payment at the end of the month or in the middle of the month, I don't want to do that. I want to break it up and see if we can get ahead of it that way. There are some adjustments that we had to make to the November budget. And a few things I was thinking about. Our face is not camera ready, so you're going to see these hands, you're going to see this book. So school pictures are in December, and we need to put money aside for that in November's budget. We are going to be giving to my son's teachers, 2 of their teachers, in the month of November. So we added that to the budget. I did include purpose funds originally, just $30 for these 2, but we are going to change that also because we have a toll bill we have to pay. We paid the electricity bill with October's budget, that 5th paycheck. So we don't have to pay it in the month of November unless we're going to put money aside for December's electricity bill. But for now, I reduced that to 0. The gas utility, we have to pay at least $150 towards that this month. I think it's actually more, but that's the minimum I can pay without voiding that payment agreement I went to and not getting too far behind. Cell phone bills the same. Actually, it's less. I budgeted initially for $93, but it's $83. So we're going to save $10 there. I do have an AdSense check coming again, but we're not going to budget with that right now. We're going to see what happens when and if it comes on time. Then we have celebrate Thanksgiving. We're probably not going to cook at home. We might even go out to eat. I have a goal personally for myself of getting the car loan under $16K by November 22nd. Definitely want to do that. We need to re-up on some household products. I may also need to bulk buy. So I'm trusting the Lord with that, and we know we're going to get what we need. I just don't know exactly how it's going to happen just yet. We need to use Ibotta. I definitely want to try to get at least $100 in rebates. They have all these bonus like rewards that they give you. I think I got like $20 in just rewards for buying certain products in the month of October. So I want to try and shoot for those bonus rewards again in the month of November and see how well we can do with that. There's this H12 Pro vacuum mop that I really want. I saw it advertised on TikTok, and I don't normally fall into the hype of, you know, all these products, but this mop looked amazing, and I haven't priced it yet, but it's something that I added to my personal wish list. There's also another TikToker I've been following. I like it. She's playing like my calculator is her phone right now, saying hello. So y'all forgive the 1-year-old baby. We have this person that I've been following on TikTok has shown so many authentic, low budget meals, free and then cooking from scratch too, making bagels, making pizza dough, like the whole thing. I'm saying I could try this. I'm gonna start slow and see how it goes, but I have a meal plan that I'm setting up, and I'm probably going to be shopping at Aldi for most of our groceries for the month of November. We're going to see, because we have a $500 budget for the month. Make intentional grocery lists and shop at Aldi only is one of my to-dos for the month of November. Top 3 goals that I have for the month are to shop at Aldi for all fruits, vegetables, dairy, and snacks. Add $90 to our balance forward fund, and use all excess cash for Christmas and Thanksgiving. So I'm not sure if I'm going to actually pull it out in cash or use our SoFi account to store that money. Still working that out, but we're going to try to utilize our high yield savings as much as possible. I don't think we'll have to use any of our balance forward from October going into November. So we'll try to keep it as simple as possible. So we're going to kind of zoom in, and I do have to turn my book sideways because I need to write, but I hope you can see clearly. I hope y'all can see. Okay, here we are with our budget. The planned income was $5,600. The one change I had to make is adding the $1 starting balance that we have. If you saw my October budget closeout, you know what I'm talking about. In our main account, we have a $1 starting balance. So I'm going to add this $1, and this is going to bring us to $5,601. That's just matches with the spreadsheet. So what I'm telling you here and what I'm writing in here is exactly what my husband and I get to see on the spreadsheet, the budget spreadsheet. The tithe is still $560 for the plan. No first fruit planned. Teachers, we're going to put aside $40 for them. So that is the total of our giving bucket is $600. And so I'm going to write 600 for the total. And then we have emergency fund at 100, balance forward at 90, investing at 100, but we're not going to add the annual bills. It's kind of faint, but I colored this in with like a maroon colored pencil to let myself know we're not counting that right now. So our balance, or the total of our savings, is $290, right? We're not going to count this $30 right here for now. So we're just going to plan with $290, and I'll put an asterisk there too so I remember. Monthly bills and expenses. So for the car loan, we're still using $480. The mortgage is still going to get $2,100. We're putting aside more than what is due because we're trying to save for that passively, and we use this money to stay in a high yield savings account to give us a little boost. Spectrum is planned at 90, Metro PCS at 83, Geico at 600. Electricity bill was planned at 137, but this is another one we changed it because we already paid October's bill. We already paid November's bill in October. So that 237 is not going to be, that 137 is not going to be used. National Grid, we planned for 211, but we had to reduce this to 150. That had to change. The life insurance is still 69. For food and gas, $600. $500 budgeted for food, $100 budgeted for car gas. For the household, this is changing also. Instead of 60, we reduced it to 30 because, again, our children have school pictures in December. We want to save up for it in November. We don't want to get to December and trying to save up to pay it. We're trying to put the money aside. We're putting it aside in November. So I had to include them in this cash / miscellaneous section because that's where it fit. So $90 allocated for them. $80 in cash for $5 Mondays. That's another way we save for them a little bit at a time. And then our household binder is getting $160 because we have to do laundry and other little things to keep the house clean. So we usually pull that out in cash. And I moved too fast because I was talking. I lost my train of thought. So we're going to add up the monthly bills and expenses section first. $4,800 plus $2,100 plus 90 plus 83 plus 600 plus, this is changing to 0. This is changing to 150. This is 69. Food and gas is 600. Household is going to be 30. That's changing. And that brings us to $4,202 for a total in our bills and expenses category. Those two things together. But this is going to change when I start using my new budget book for 2026. So hopefully I can share it with you before Thanksgiving. For cash, 160 plus 80 plus 90 brings us to $330. Oh, I forgot to add the cushion. So we're going to add that. Oh, and the Easy Pass. Why did I do this to myself? All right, it happens. It's life, y'all. It's life. This is $330. But this is not $4,202. It's going to be $4,202 plus $178 plus $1, which brings us to $4,381. And the reason why is $4,381 because we had that $1 starting balance and we have to put it back into the cushion. So down here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to write cushion, even though that's a savings, and I'm going to write $1, and that's why that's what it is for now. Should have did that differently, but the heck with it. That's where it is right now. That's where we are. So we should still be at a zero-based budget. Out of $5,601, we subtract $600 for giving, $290 for savings and investing, $4,381 for bills and expenses, and then $330 for miscellaneous. Boom. We have our zero-based budget for the month of November. So those are the goals. This is the budget numbers. And I recognize the season that we're in, and it requires a lot of intentionality. I think our lives in general, we should be intentional, but we should also be full of faith, because God is a rewarder of those who diligently seek him, and he's great. So we put our faith there. So for the first budget by paycheck for the month of November, what I planned initially was $1,400. We are going to, these are the budget changes I mentioned. We are going to have to add $1 to the income for this and just transfer that $1 to the cushion. We're not going to spend that $1. It's still there. And we'll see how much more we might be able to add to our cushion as we move through the month. But the plan for the first budget by paycheck, our top priority is Malachi 3 verses 7 through 11. And I'm holding on to that. God will rebuke the devourer. Our giving is going to be the tithe at $140. So I have a sleeping baby in my hand, so I'm moving a little bit slow and trying to write as neat as I can. $140 for giving. Emergency fund and balance forward. This balance forward is going to get $1 added to it. So I'm going to try to make this look as neat as I can and make this into $35, and also change this to $14.01 because things are changing. So 25 plus 35 is 60. So we'll change our savings to 60, right? We took care of that. Okay, and then investments is $25 for the first paycheck. So we're going to send Robinhood $25. And then the plan is to pull out $60 in cash instead of $50 because the cost to do laundry is going up. So we're going to put $40 there and take $20 out for $5 Monday for the first budget of the month of November. Now for bills and expenses, the mortgage will still get $525. The car loan, $120. Bills account will get $300. Food will get $125. Gas is going to get $5 added to it, so now it will be $30. So we're going to change this to $30. And household will still get $15. But then we need to add cushion. I should have added it to the savings. That's what I did before, but I messed up. So savings will be $61. And I think that's everything. I'm removing the purpose funds. We're not going to budget for those with this paycheck, even though that was the initial plan. The budget changes. So I think I added everything properly. Let's add up and see if I'm right. 525 plus 120 plus 300 plus 125 plus 30 plus 15 is 1115, or $1,115. Okay, 1,115 plus 25 to invest, 140 to give, 60 for cash, and 61 for savings. Boom. That's our zero-based budget, $1,401. Just add that in there. So $1,401 for total income, $1,401 for total expenses. We have nothing left remaining to budget for November 7th's paycheck. Now, the first week of November is going to start on November 2nd for me and will end on November 8th. So if you're new here, what I tend to do is now, in the most recent months, is I will close out the budget by Saturday and then reset for a new weekly budget on Sunday. So you will probably see, if you stay tuned to the channel, budget for on the 9th to set up for the new week. Review the first week. How did it go? What did we do? Did we pay bills? Did we stay on grocery budget? All of that, and then set up a new budget for the new week. And that's my November budget. I really tried to keep it as simple as possible, and hopefully I did a good job sharing with you guys what we tend to do. I hope that you stay intentional, focus on your budget, focus on the things that you can control, and trust God with everything. I love and appreciate you for being here. I hope you found some enjoyment here. This is how I'm minding my money. I hope that you will mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. And I'll talk to you next time. Thank you so much for being here. Bye for now.